what my main problem has been is raising my prices.
Yeah,
Okay,
I have that. I
which
was gonna ask you about that.
yeah,
So
because
tell me what
yeah.
that's been like as a struggle, and then how you've kind of overcome it, or where you're at with that.
Okay, well,
One,
because
that's
I
a big
just
one.
yeah, because I came from like not this industry. I mean, I could cut trees like from the ground. I don't climb with ropes or use bucket trucks, but I can just like clear shit all day long with a chainsaw. But I don't know I never worked for a landscaping company. I have no idea. I had no idea what people charge because I never worked for a landscaping company and I never hired a landscaping company. And so I would just go out there and be like making up numbers based on what I used to think was decent money from my 9 to 5. It's like, well, if I could make $50 an hour, gosh, that would be amazing. Because in my last job, I made like half that or less. But it's like, well, I'm not working 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. And so that doesn't, $50 an hour doesn't mean shit if you're only getting 3 hours a couple days. Like, it's totally different. And then so I just had to keep raising my prices. And then some people at the beginning were like, this is outrageous or whatever. And then I would be like, well, I'm already here and I'm like desperate for the work, so just whatever. I'll do it for literally whatever. But then I realized that I was getting frustrated when I was doing the work. And I was like, this doesn't seem worth it. Even though I'm making more money in a couple hours than I ever have, I can still tell this is not enough. And then so I was like, I need to professionalize myself. And so I went on,
Build
these
authority.
websites.
We call it building authority.
Exactly. Okay, I built Authority. I went on Printify and I got a better truck. I got a bunch of uniforms. I got all these receipts and a bunch of business cards. I just like did, you know, I'm like, and so I showed up. I had a hat, a shirt, a truck, sign on the side of the truck. The estimate sheet has my name on it. My cards are there. I'm like, what's up? And then people kind of stopped arguing with me about the price.
Dude,
They
that's
would,
genius.
they were just like, oh, well, this guy's legit. Because of course, if I look all like, I'm not like smoking cigarettes and leaving like Mountain Dew cans in their yard. But I just looked unprofessional before. But now I'm like, what's up? And they're like, okay. Um, and then I was getting tipped. Okay. Somebody tipped me one time $200 and I was only there for a couple hours. And I thought, if this guy's tipping me $200 for 3 hours of work, I must have really missed the mark on this price.
Mhm.
And so I'm like trying not to get tips. And so I just keep raising prices. And it's a balance because it's about the client. Some clients, they won't even blink an eye. And of course, I'm not just like eyeballing the client and making up a price on the go, but just steadily raising to find the carrying capacity
Yep.
for
You do.
what it is. Like, what is
Yep.
it? And the more clients you get, obviously you could do whatever. I mean, you could literally do whatever. Like the more clients you get, the more picky you can get.
Yep.
And
That's just
uh,
basic supply and demand. Like
yeah,
the
exactly.
market will tell you what your price should be. If you're
Yeah,
just like selling like hotcakes all day long with no resistance, you need to raise your price. If you can't all
yeah.
of a sudden sell anything, then I know there's like a specific metric for this. I can't remember it off the top of my head. It's like once you start like not closing like 30% or like once you hit the point where like you're doing 100%, you're closing 100% of your sales because the price is just awesome. And then once you get down to about 70% close rate, it's like, okay, that might be around your threshold. I don't quote me on
Mm.
that. I don't know that number exactly, but that's
Yeah.
it's like the market will tell you where your price should
Hmm.
be.
Exactly. And then it becomes a faith thing because it's like, if I lower my price for like $500, this guy will definitely pay me. But I'm not going to because no. And if I walk away from this, I don't get paid for this job because I can't schedule it. But then I open myself up to the universe. I'm just giving God a sign that I'm open for more. Like